Howdy, friends. Today's destination is the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park near Montrose, Colorado. It is approximately 265 miles west of Denver and just northeast of Montrose, Colorado. As you travel east from Montrose on Highway 50, you would turn north on Road 347 to the park entrance. Driving to the canyon, you would never know that there's something this spectacular just gazing out across the horizon. There is a fee to enter the park, and the East Portal Road is an immediate right, which goes to the East Portal Campground. The 3 loops of the South Rim Campground is next, and then there are various lookouts, and then on to the Visitor Center. There are 6 views that are wheelchair accessible. The North Rim Campground is remote. It has 13 dispersed sites. The park website has a great description of how the canyon was formed. Just looking at the canyon and the cliff walls, you will see a lot of metamorphic rock like gneiss and schist, which was laid down 1.8 billion years ago. You really have to walk out on one of the overlooks to get a view of how deep the canyon is. I've been to a lot of canyons and gorges, and a lot of the rock is usually some type of sandstone, but the metamorphic rock here is extremely hard. It was carved out by the Gunnison River, which has a very steep flow gradient. The average is 43-foot drop every mile, with some places up to a 95-foot drop per mile. Compared to the Colorado River gradient, which created the Grand Canyon, it only has a 7-foot gradient. The Black Canyon of the Gunnison is about 48 miles long. The canyon's greatest depth is at Warner Point, where it is 2,722 feet deep, compared to the Grand Canyon, which is at about 6,000 feet. The Painted Wall is the highest cliff in Colorado at 2,250 feet. You could easily hide either the Empire State Building, which is at 1,250 feet, or the Sears Tower in Chicago, which is 1,450 foot inside the Black Canyon. The elevation of the park is 8,300 feet above sea level, as it was part of the Great Gunnison Uplift centuries ago. If you want to look at the canyon from both sides, there is no bridge, so it takes approximately 2 to 4 hours to get from the South Rim to the North Rim. The gray lines that run through the rock, like it was almost painted on there, was actually magma that squeezed through this metamorphic rock, creating what is called the Painted Wall. I was treated to some spectacular views and sunsets while sitting at my campsite, and so I would go up the road to get clearer pictures of them and really enjoyed nature showing me its natural beauty. So I thought I would share those pictures. Looking at the South Campground Map has no showers at any of the sites and only vault toilets. A Loop has 34 sites, B Loop has 23 sites, and it's the only campground area with electricity. Loop C has 21 sites, and there are 2 wheelchair accessible campsites, B1 and A21. You'll notice the circle, the triangle, and the square designation. This is your clue as to which campsites to reserve. All of the campsites are small and look the same. They just have varying spaces for particular vehicles. For example, there are some pull-through sites for the square sites. The symbol design is new since I was there, and it's really needed. There were 2 instances while I was there just in 4 days where there were minor collisions on the B loop. I was in site B1, and you can see how nice it was. This was actually my first solo camping trip, as I drove 2 days to get here. Being in a wheelchair makes you keep your load light, so I like to box up my stuff so I don't have to make 30 trips packing and unpacking, and I use my portability power chair to maneuver around. You can see that I use lightweight tables to set up my stuff because the picnic tables are not always accessible or convenient. I was really proud of my white overhead canopy, which I thought I needed since it tends to rain almost every day up here in the Colorado mountains. It took me a while, but I put it up all by myself using my dock pole and some rope to get it up. If you would like to see how I use my trailer, which is an Intech Flyer Pursue, I have a whole video on its features and how I turned it into a wheelchair accessible RV. I used this campground as a base camp to explore to the northeast heading toward Aspen. Then I went south along the Cimarron Road, which runs along the western side of the San Juan Mountains. And then I crossed over along Owl Creek Pass and down to Highway 550 near Ridgway State Park, which I have a video that you can look at for the Ridgway State Park. I must admit I enjoy cooking outdoors and eating good food outdoors. I had guests for breakfast and dinner every day while I was there. Unlike most of my campground reviews, where I show a 4K video of every campsite, it became pretty clear to me that every campsite area, being the picnic table and the fire ring, was small in every campsite. The tricky part was parking your motorhome, RV, or car or truck. Here's just a short tour of just a few of the sites in the B Loop. Recreation.gov has pictures of most of the sites, and you will quickly see that if you have seen one, you've seen them all. After all my filming, scouting, and exploration, by the time I got home, I'd put 3,100 miles on my car. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this short but informative video. Check out the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park if you can get that direction. And be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I have many other national park videos that you can look at. So until next time, so long.